Yo guys, I'm Yellow, a Norwegian hardcore PC gamer, and today I figured that we should talk about the penetration case that CS got. Now, I'm voicing it like that because this is a case of wanting to please the community, but Valve actually failed, but they are now making it right. So hopefully people will enjoy the subject. Not too many have been talking about this, which I find to be a bummer, but I guess I'm that clever. Not really, but we'll get there, okay? So the main subject for fixing this problem was the R8 revolver, as you can see right here. This was a gameplay I had laying around. I forgot I had it right after the gun got introduced, so enjoy me one-tapping people with this incredibly OP gun. Luckily it has been nerfed though, so it won't be as powerful right now, which is very good. That aside though, Valve is clearly listening to the community, even if they're not talking to us, and even if they're releasing a lot of these insane updates incredibly unevenly, and even if they're not even giving us the carrot on the stick, so we won't, you know, just hang around and be all like, oh my god, you're not listening to us, and suddenly they release, you know, a lot of patches, and in the meantime we have just been a bother. Obviously not a good marketing strategy if you want to take care of a game like CS, but aside from this though, it's pretty clear that Valve is listening to the community. One of the older complaints, in which I'm going to assume that they wanted to fix, was that it's not enough penetration capabilities, or possibilities rather, in the game of CS. Now that is actually an incredibly valid criticism of CS, or CSGO rather. In 1.6 for example, you could wallbang through many surfaces regardless of where you were standing, but that was probably more dependable on the architecture and the design choices of the maps and the game itself. Now in the realm of CSGO, the only way you can truly achieve this would be to alter actual maps, thus meaning that the attempt of trying to fix this complaint, which is pretty valid by the way, with the R8 revolver fell flat completely. So the gun was probably designed to be able to penetrate more surfaces, but the only way that was feasible to do this with the coding that we got in CS right now, and by the way, Slot Squadron actually alluded to this, if anybody picked up on those notes, the only way you could do this would be to increase, rather, it was the result, by the way, like people haven't really thought too much about that, but yeah, the only way in which you could do that would be to not only increase the damage of the gun incredibly high, but also then combine that with a high level of armor penetration. However, that actually has a max, meaning that the only way you can actually make this possible to be able to shoot through a lot of surfaces in this game would be to also increase the damage, which obviously in hindsight also breaks the game completely. So luckily Valve did in fact nerf the R8 revolver. However, the most simple and also most effective way in which you could make this possible would be to make it so that the surfaces that you're adding to the game of CS wouldn't be as thick, for example, and so they did a lot of those things to the new Nuke 2.0 map. A lot of the positions that CT players or T players can take, regardless if you're playing on B site or A site or in yard alike, they are incredibly thin, meaning that you can shoot through many of these surfaces even with rifles, and that means that we are now kind of sort of going back in time. We are reaching a hybrid era of what we had in 1.6 and what we got right now with CSGO, meaning that you won't necessarily be that safe if you are camping around crates in yard. People can take AWPs or the R8 or rifles and actually hit and tag you behind these covers, which is pretty nice, because in the past we have seen many times that many positions are just absolutely omnipotent if you're camping around these sections as a CT, unless you then get naded and actually shot, obviously. But anyways, it's pretty nice to see that Valve is increasing the level of flexibility to the game of CS, and also combine this with a new operation, the actual new Nuke 2.0 map, a $1 million prize pool for the Columbus MLG event that is going to go down, the official next coming major in the end of March, and you know, a lot of other smaller tweaks in which we have seen as of late. It's awesome to see that Valve truly takes care of the game, and along with this, hopefully this trend will keep on going. So yeah, I figured I would just make a video about this, because it seems like a lot of people have not been able to pick up on this even being a trend, but you know, as data comes up, these lines are pretty easy to draw, so hopefully people enjoy this lovely, valuable information. However, if you want to get better at the game of CS, here are two related videos. Thanks for watching. If you want to support me and my broke ass, you can pledge some lovely dollars on the Patreon, links below. If you do this before the monthly change, you will get all your rewards. If not, you gotta wait 30 days, so keep that in mind. Aside from that, you can also support me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch if you just follow me there. Thanks for watching once again. Have a nice day, and don't get beastified when you play.